We begin in Libya, where it's a little after 5 a.m. and forces loyal to Muammar Gaddafi have again tried to retake lost territory. On Thursday, there were more airstrikes in the oil-rich area of Brega, but they failed to dislodge the opposition fighters to control it. This comes as tens of thousands of people try to escape the unrest. Tony Bertley sent us this report from Benghazi.
A few possessions in their bags and the clothes on their backs. Migrant workers in Libya on the move, looking to escape somebody else's conflict. These feel destitute and abandoned. The lucrative jobs in an oil-rich country lost in the uprising. At the docks in Benghazi Thursday, yet another boat stands by to collect its human cargo. This time, 600 Syrians board the Captain Abdullah. But in recent days, vessels from China, Vietnam and Europe have come to collect its nationals.
أكيد شعور جميل يعني حدا ماشي على بلده بيكون شعوره جميل شعور جميل.
We've been here for 3 days, he says. It feels very good to go. At the peak, up to 10 boats a day were setting sail from here, with migrants desperate to flee the danger. More than 30,000 migrant workers have left from this port in the last week. The exodus is slowing, but still they're coming. Countries from all over the world have remembered their nationals, but there are some, a few, that have been forgotten. In a camp the other side of the harbour, the foreign workers who can't get out, either because they have no money or their governments don't care.
Many country people here, Indian, China, Turkey, but all people go back. But our Prime Minister is no helping.
They survive because of handouts and donations from Libyans, but it's a basic existence. The problems for these men are compounded by the fact they haven't been paid by their company, and that's hurting their families back home.
In some cases, literally dropped everything, including their documents in some cases. So they're travelling home empty-handed. Many through remittances are supporting quite sizable families back home. And so it's going to have a huge knock-on effect.
There are more than 2,500 migrant workers here and another 1,000 in nearby camps. But that's what they know. It's estimated that the figure is much higher, perhaps by 3 or 4 times. Many workers, especially those from Africa, feel frightened.
Some of us, we are surviving. Some of us, we are dead now. Right now, we are looking for the solution.
That solution is being provided by international organisations now arriving in Benghazi. Most in this camp will be repatriated in the coming days or weeks, but there are still pockets of Indians, Filipinos and Africans unaccounted for. And for now, there is nothing to do but wait and hope the violence doesn't return. Tony Bertley, AlJazeera, Benghazi.
One of Gaddafi's sons, Saif al-Islam, has been the public face of the regime since the unrest began. He has accused the international media, including AlJazeera, of blowing the crisis out of proportion. In an interview with Anita McNaught, he repeated the allegation, claiming that the West was trying to take over Libya's oil.
We have money in Switzerland. It's a joke. Please, come on. We are not kids. Stop fooling us. We have no money outside. They failed. Come on.
That's just one. That's just one
Give me
of the problem.
Single evidence that show me our bank accounts. Show me. Second,
the bank accounts.
Show me that. No. Show
but
me
that's the least of your problems. Your diplomatic immunity has been taken away. You can't even travel
listen,
like you used to.
The West, we know them very well. When you are strong, they run after you. They are like, they're like cats. If you are weak, they want to be like tigers. We know this game. We tried them for a long time. We know them for a long time. The West, the Americans, the NATO. Come on, we don't pay attention to them. Please, come on. We know the organized media campaign against Libya. We know this very well. This country will survive. I know they want to split the country. They want to destroy it. They want to control its assets. It's a very rich country, small population. Will not happen. So we tell those people, be happy. This will never ever happen because the Libyan people are so united. And please, wait for surprises.
And you can watch Anita McNaught's interview with Saif al-Islam Gaddafi in full at 15:30 GMT on Friday. Let's talk to AlJazeera at 15:30 GMT later on Friday. U.S. President Barack Obama has given the Libyan leader his strongest warning to date. Obama said Gaddafi should go immediately. But he said the U.S. is still considering all options on how to proceed. Patty Culhane has more.
After more than a week of silence on Libya, U.S. President Barack Obama made it clear how he would like to see the fighting there end.
Colonel Gaddafi needs to step down from power and leave. It's time for Gaddafi to go. He must leave.
But so far, the president is more focused on getting the estimated 30,000 Egyptians and other foreign nationals out of Tunisia, where they fled looking for refuge, ordering military and civilian aircraft in to fly them home. As for Libyans, Mr. Obama says he's most concerned the violence now engulfing them will turn into a prolonged stalemate.
There may be situations in which Gaddafi is hunkered down in his compound, but the economy or food distribution systems in Tripoli, for example, start deteriorating. And we're going to have to figure out how do we potentially get food in there. So there are a whole range of options, military and non-military, that we're examining.
The option the U.S. Senate has been pushing is the implementation of a no-fly zone, one influential senator dismissing military objections that it could be a challenge. This as Pentagon officials confirm they believe the Libyan Air Force is engaged in the fight.
It seems to me that we could neutralize very easily a very antiquated air defense system with old airplanes and obviously not very good pilots fairly easily, and then that would help the people who are sacrificing their very lives as we seek.
Another senator says the president should be ready to take it a step further.
I think we should be open to providing them with arms if they need it to succeed in their revolution.
Secretary of State Hillary Clinton testified that they are a long way from making any decision on a no-fly zone. President Barack Obama says he wants the ability to respond rapidly, but gave no indication that he's going to do anything soon. Patty Culhane, Al Jazeera at the White House.
6 women have been killed in Côte d'Ivoire during a rally for Alassane Ouattara, the internationally recognized winner of November's elections. Witnesses say security forces loyal to President Laurent Gbagbo gunned the women down in the northern district of Abidjan. Well, earlier my colleague Imran Garda spoke to Youssoufou Bamba. He's Côte d'Ivoire's ambassador to the United Nations. He asked him why he has described the recent incidents as a genocide.
People were targeted by in the region of Abidjan. Those people are from northern origin or center origin. They are either Djoula, Malinke, or Baoulé from the center. That's very favorable. And really, people are at stress right now. They fear for their life. What you said at the western part, that comes is a cycle of reprisal. I mean, violence reprisal. We denounce that as well. But the will of this plan designed by Mr. Gbagbo and his backers was unfolding right now. It has been long in advance prepared. It's ethnic cleansing. Also, to add to that, you have also people national from neighboring country. I call it